is Damian Chrobak and I'm from Poland. Recently I'm living in Lithuania, in Kaunas. What I what I want to show is like three kind of what I'm doing. So I feel as I'm a documentary photographer. Everything started in 2001 when I moved from Poland to London, and I started studying black and white photography in London, and I was fascinated by capturing moments on the street, people on different kind of events. I mentioned about this because you're gonna see how my photography changed during the last 25 years. And like I said, that was my big obsession, to photograph people on the streets. Simple daily life situations. So I was person which non-stop was walking around people with camera and shooting just things, pictures, and collecting them. So that was my beginning with documentary photography. I realized to doing this for every day for such a long period. Best description for me is man with camera, documentary person. Later, I'm just gonna finish that folder quickly. I had a period when I was involved a little bit what's going on in Ukraine. And because I'm from Poland, I thought it's really important thing to documenting Maidan in 2014. So I was still in London, and I got really strong feelings that when Russia attacked Maidan, that I have to be there and I want to photograph what's going on there. But again, this is still folder. Okay, that's finished. So now I'm gonna go to images from Maidan. Like I said, because I'm from Poland, I thought it's really important to be there and photograph what's going on there. And again, I just bought a ticket, went there, and I want to be around people, people from Maidan. As you can see, my images are not any political, or at least I don't feel that way. I just want to be. I was in that place for 7 days, and I tried to live with them outside, even when it was minus 27 degrees cold. Basically, I really like to be around people and photograph daily situations. It's the beginning of Maidan, so I spent there 7 days with people, living with them. And yeah, for me was I got that feelings that I have to be there, and no one sent me. That was just up to me. Like I said, I bought a ticket. I went to Kiev, and I live with people on the street and take photographs. What with that whole event. Yeah, so that's my early work, and then 2020 come in, and I was kind of tired of living on Metropolia, and I met in London, I met my fiancée, now wife, which is from Lithuania, and after discussion, we decided to move to Lithuania. And it was a time when same period I started studying photography, documentary photography in Opava in Czech Republic, and I start photographing Lithuania. Okay. And you can see now what I'm gonna show you. Actually, I think I should start from this. That my point of view completely changed. I start photographing in color, and again, it's nothing else, just simple observation, daily observation. I feel a little bit like flaneur person, which walking a lot, not only on the streets but around the Lithuania. I like to travel and capture simple things which I just catch my attention. I like changes on images. For example, like this place was photographed 3 years ago, and now that place looks completely different. This is what I'm into in my photography. This is a project, part of the project, Traces of Everyday Life, which you can see downstairs. That version is a little bit extended. So still, don't know what to say actually. Just simple observation of Lithuania for me, I think, was so easy because for 20 years I live in Metropolia, and when I arrived to Lithuania was completely different world for me, and I see things like basic, simple things which they really catch me, and I just start collecting the images, and that's the story behind. Crossing the forest. Like, for example, that one, someone can say is a simple image, but for me, that big ball for basketball was like, wow, what a crazy thing. And later I just figure out that basketball is a national sport in Lithuania. But I didn't know about this, so for me it was so interesting that I have to take image of things like that. Form, I'm really into form or situation, like abstract situations, things which happen every day. Still really love to going for different kind of events and observe people and catching moments like that. That one, house in the house. And I think that's it now. When I walk with camera and I see some person which somehow attract me, I just try to catch that person and ask if I can take image because has something interesting for me and I would like to have in my collection. Usually people say yes, barely no. So that's my Lithuania, how I see that country for now. Okay, so I could say that's it from me. I think I spent my 10 minutes. If you have any questions, would be good if you not give me any questions. Keep for yourself. Thank you. I'm really stressed. Seriously, I'm really stressed, and I don't know what to say. Yeah, ačiū.
It's over.
It's over.
Any questions for Damian?
No.
Definitely questions for Damian.
Yes.
Close it. Damian, is there something specific you could, because sometimes, I think we are kind of brotherhood feeling of countries. Is there something very specific you saw in difference between these two countries as a foreigner, especially? Is there was something that you would say that changes very much from Poland?
Mentally, I think we are really similar, but at the moment, what I'm explore Lithuania, this is just small part of it, and I'm preparing for bigger trip around Lithuania with camera. But for me, it's the kind of I can see Poland from early 90s. I don't know why I got feelings that way, but always when I'm speaking with someone about feelings about Lithuania, how I feel and how I see Lithuania, I got that kind of compared to early 90s in Poland. So like young country which growing really fast and you can do anything if you have any nice idea in your head and you want to create something nice in Lithuania, you can do it. So I think that's the time when you can be yourself. Starczy.
I will provoke you a little bit. You said as the Poland in the 90s and a young country, so is this a slightly paternalistic view of Lithuania? What do you think?
Thank you. 90s in Poland, so that was my best time. I was kiddo, teenager, and I really enjoyed crazy stuff. And I think now I feel exactly same in Lithuania. Maybe that's why. For me, it's new new place. I have to learn how to live from beginning. I love this country, and so far I have only good memories, and maybe that's why. Of course, I can compare, like, you know. Oh, I really like one thing about Lithuania, which I still don't understand how. Uh, why in Lithuania are such a nice cars on the streets? It's like, I wouldn't say it's like really a rich country, but on the streets, you know, sometimes I feel like I would be in some Luxembourg, or like, for me it's like I don't understand like why so many nice cars is in. I thought I'm gonna see only Ladas or stuff like that. I remember when I first time came to Lithuania in 2020 with my old Audi, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna be like such a posh guy, and now I feel like the really poor guy which doesn't have money for car. Uh, that was, of course, like, I'm joking, but this is like really in my head non-stop. Like, yeah, Lithuania has a really nice cars. I love it. Yeah.
It's called business mortgages.
Mortgages. Okay. So not my
You
style.
don't want to buy it yourself, and you just
Not-
buy it instead of a business.
So not my style of life.
So any more questions about cars or not about cars? Yeah, okay, just about cars.
But is it just observation, or do you want to tell something more? You have more sense, or you don't know yet?
You know, of course I can say that I want to try to say something, I try to, you know, build some story and everything, but I remember once, that was years ago, I was in Photographer's Gallery on talk in London. There was a talk with Alex Sod, and he said, really short thought, that when I start photographing, I didn't know what I'm doing, I was just collecting pictures. And that's it. And really touched me what he said. And since then, I'm just collecting. I always with camera with me. If I have impulse, I see something, I just take image. But like I said, doing this for 25 years already, I really feel like I leaving behind really big documentary library of daily life living. Now is Lithuania, before was London. Sometimes with my wife, just like that, we decide to go to New York, photograph New York on the street. We went a few times already, and just because we wanted, we feel like have fun from photography. And I had a period when I thought, especially with Maidan, that photographer can change the world. For me, it doesn't work anymore. This is bullshit for me. That no, we're not gonna change the world. We can documenting and we can leave some marks behind us, but we're never gonna change some, that because of our images, someone gonna stop war or what's going on internationally. I stopped believing this, and I try to just enjoy taking images and leave as much as I can materials behind me. That's my, I think, I would say, main goal.
Any more cars or not cars? So, round of applause for Damian.
Thank you very much. Ačiū labai.